share my screen. Okay, so can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So how many of you attended? So it seems like 17 out of 35 or 38. So just half of you are here right now. Anyway, it's okay. It's fine. So let's start first with your week 7 to 10, since this one can be done online. Okay. So we won't be having any problem with this week 7 to 10. Okay. So for the overview, you'll see here the topic learning outcomes, of course, and how to, uh, start with EagleCAD, okay, with software EagleCAD, and how to use the uh, EagleCAD itself, and then what are the conventional method, and then the modern method of circuit board layout. Okay, so we'll define here on how to do the traditional way and then the modern way in designing a PCB. Okay, and then in here we'll also define advantages and disadvantages of PCB, and then lastly we'll discuss how to design the layout and schematic and board using an EagleCAD. Okay, and then here are the all the list of topics. Okay, so just check this one out later on. And then we only have one module for these finals. And if you need more maybe information regarding with a specific topic, then you can check this external YouTube links. And then we have one PDF reading material which talks about EagleCAD or how to use the EagleCAD. Okay, and then here are some of the references where my presentation came from. Okay, so just check them out later on. Okay. Anyway, that's it for the overview, and then here is the module. So you only have one module for this finals. So I think this one is only 87 slides. So it's also quite a lot, but yeah, just check this one out later on. And then one more thing is that you watch videos or the pre-made videos rather. Okay, this one of the module 5 or actually 4 hour and 33 minutes. So I hope you guys have already checked this one out. So this one is the 4 hour and 33-minute video. So yes, it took us, if I'm not mistaken, eight, yeah, 8 Zoom meetings. So it's a total of 4 hour and 33-minute video. So as really as of now, you must have started watching this one, and then checking how to do things in EagleCAD, because the rest or most of the the things that you will do on the EagleCAD is like your own ways or your own techniques. So this is just a guide, but you still have your own, or we still have our own ways and techniques on how to design a PCB. Okay, especially this part right here. Okay, so I think on this board layout, or this part right here, this is schematic diagram right here, is no problem, I guess. So we can easily design this one in an hour, in 30 minutes, 1 hour. But once you are on this part, wherein you are going to you're going to route the wirings of your PCB itself. So this is where you're going to have a lot of problem. Okay. So the only thing that I can teach to you in this module, or in this video, are the tips and then the techniques that you can do or apply for you to make this one as perfect as it should. Okay, like for example, this line right here should be able to pass through this line without having any issues, like without having any uh crossing other line. So the blue one is like the upper portion, and then the red line is the bottom portion. So they can overlap with each other, since the on the different side with each other. Okay, so yeah, well, you will learn that one in this module. So just check this one out later on, as early as possible. And then if ever that you have a question, or there are some issues that you think you wasn't able to understand that much, then feel free to message me, and then we can have a one-on-one Zoom meeting, and then I'll give you the solution probably, or the more details regarding with that to clarify things with that specific topic. Okay. Anyway, so just message me just in case that you have a question regarding this one. Okay, and there will be no more practice exercise. So the practice or exercises will be hands-on. Once you're using the Eagle Cat already, then that's then that you can practice your skill or how to use the Eagle Cat itself. Okay, so I hope all of you already downloaded and installed the Eagle Guide. Okay, as early as of now, since we now only have like 4 weeks, or no, still have like 5 weeks. Okay, since our last day will be on April. Well, actually, it's on April 2. Okay, since the last day of class is April 8, I guess, or April. I'm not sure if it's April 8 or April 9. Anyway, it's like 4 weeks or 5 weeks from now. Okay. Anyway, so moving on with your case study. Supposedly this is your case study, but I made this one as a discussion wherein you are going to discuss with your group mates. Okay. Well, supposedly you're going to use this one to chat with each other, but since we have Facebook, we have yeah, I think that's the only means of communication right now, Facebook or Messenger. So you can talk already with each other with your with your group mates using Facebook or Messenger. Okay, and then just discuss the things that that you need to discuss regarding with this proposal. Okay, so in here I want you guys to create, or you can adapt. Okay, it's okay. So if you want to adapt, even though it's already an existing project, so I guess it's okay as long as it's really working. Okay, and then you'll be able to test if that project is really working. Okay, so look or create a PCB design project with at least 15 components. Okay, so for example, 5 resistors, 5 capacitors, 1 power supply, 4 sensors maybe. So that's already 15 components. Okay, so you can do that as long as there's a total count of 15 components, then that's already a valid project. Okay, so are we clear with this one? So that is one criteria or very criteria that you guys need to consider in proposing a project. So are we clear so far? Can you guys follow? Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there any questions so far?
Wala naman po, sir.
All right then. Okay, so in here, of course, you're going to put the title of your proposed project. Okay, and then the description of it. What does it do? What are the importance of that project, and then the list of components that you will use. Like for example, 5 resistor times 5 capacitor, etc., etc. And then on that proposed project of yours, you're going to make a block diagram, okay, a flow chart, a breadboard layout using a Bridging or any software that you're comfortable with to use in designing a breadboard layout. Okay, and the schematic diagram, and then the board layout with the use of EagleCAD. So just do take note that yes, I think there is no redundant. So block diagram, it's okay, flowchart, it's okay. Breadboard layouts different from board layout. So yeah, all of them are different layouts or diagram uh, or flow chart or chart pattern. Okay, so yeah, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, 5 layouts that you're going to create, from the scratch, from the black diagram, and then up to the flow chart. How does it work? and then what is the actual breadboard layout or the prototype layout of the project of yours. And then you're now going to create a schematic diagram, which is kind of similar actually with the breadboard layout. Okay, so you can say that the schematic diagram is a layout without a breadboard. Okay, it's just that pure wirings. Okay, so yeah, and then once you're done with the schematic diagram, that's the time that you're going to route the wires properly on a PCB. Okay, of course with the use of EagleCAD. So again, this project of yours will serve as your final exam. Okay, so we don't have final exam on this course or subject anymore. So whatever is your final project, that is the one that I will grade or I will rate as your final exam. So here are the criteria. So the complexity of the project, of course, the minimum is 15, but if you can add more, like if we have 20 or 25 components, then the more complex the project is. Okay. Then of course, the higher the score of your project will be, since of course it's more complicated. Okay. Well, yeah, I mentioned here that the more the components, the higher the score, but don't overdo it. Okay. So do not choose a super complicated project like it has 50 components, 70 components. So you might not be able to finish it one in 2 to 3 weeks or even 4 weeks. Okay, so as much as possible, try to have a project where you can finish in 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so this one is a total of 50 points. Second is the neatness or cleanliness of your diagram or schematic. Now, in here, we could say that, well, when it comes to breadboard, I mean schematic diagram or board layout in EagleCAD, we can have some errors like there are some wires wherein they are touching each other, wherein of course it will create a short circuit in in terms of electrical. Okay, so that is already not a good PCB design. But since you guys are still, learning on how to use the EagleCAD, well, I will still accept your project. However, of course, you will get a 0 score when it comes to errors. Okay, so just make sure that everything is perfect when it comes to PCB design. Okay, so I will still accept your project even though it's not going to work properly anymore, since of course there is already an error. So just remember that in PCB design, error is not an option. So even though you were able to route everything perfectly 90%, but there is this 10% wherein you committed a mistake or an error. So there is a short circuit wherein of course it will destroy the PCB if it's, or if there is a an error when it comes to wiring, then it's like the entire project already wasted. Okay, because it will not work properly. Or worse, it will call this one, it will get burned. It will parang hindi naman siguro sasabog, pero parang magi-spark and then masusunog. Okay, so that is worst thing when it comes to errors when it comes to deciding a PCB. Anyway, that's 30 points for neatness or cleanliness or the errors of your project. If there is no error, then you'll get 30 points right away. And then documentation. So just need to put the introduction of rationality, the importance of the study, and then the scope and the limitation of that project. And then the recommendations for the future researcher is that you might want to recommend for the future designer, okay, of your PCB. And this is a total of 20 points. Okay, so are we clear so far?
Yes, sir.
So just do take note that, just in case that some of you have the same proposal, and then like super exactly the same title, the same components, the same description, and how your project work. Then of course it's a first come first serve basis. Whoever comes first, or whoever proposed first, then that will be the one that will be accepted, and then the other one will be rejected, and then you have to find another project, or you have to propose another project. Okay, so I hope we're clear with this one. So in here I expect 7 different projects. Okay, all right, so yeah, this is already your final exam, your final project. So our next agenda is the okay, saan na nga ba yan? Okay, dito na nga pala. Is the schedule on when we are going to UC to have a limited face-to-face class. Now in here, this one is quite confusing to to see or to look on the schedule, but just take a look on the date. So we're going to meet on March 12th, since the expected date of start of limited face-to-face will be on March 7th. So since our meeting will be on 12th, which is Saturday, so we will meet on March 12th at exactly 7:30 a.m. So just do take note that we have group 1 to group 4, just to make this one clear, because that one is quite confusing. Ako na nga ba nilagay yun? Hindi pala nailagay dyan. Okay, so these are your groupings. So what I did is, because there is only a limit of 10 students per class, okay, or per room rather. Okay, so I combine the group 1 and group 2 into one classroom, okay, which is the class S218. So you will see here that group 1 and group 2 have the same date and time of schedule. So it's 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and then group 1 and 2 will be at room S218. Okay, so group 3 and 4, okay, is also 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Where is that one? My bad. Here, group 3 and 4 is combined as group. Wait. Because what I did in here is, again, group 1 and 2 is group 1. Okay, kasi para hindi na maguluhan si Sir Castillo sa pag-groupings, kasi we mentioned that one group is 10 students. So don't get confused with that one. So group 1 and 2 is combined as group 1 here. So just check this one out, that some group 2 members in here is grouped into a group 1. Okay. Anyway, just look at your name right here later on, and then you will see what group you are and then what room you're going to attend to. Okay. But yeah, group 1 and 2 is group 1, and then group 3 and 4 is group 2, okay, which is also the same as the 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., but a different classroom. So for group 2, okay, which is the group 3 and 4, will be at room S223. Okay, and then group 3 is of course group 5 and 6. Okay, wherein this one now is a 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. class. So yes, each student will be having a 2-hour class on that classroom. Okay, or we are going to meet 2 hour on that class. Okay, and then once that 2 hour is over, then you have to go home already, or you have to go out in UC campus already. Okay, so yeah. And then ano pa ba? Yeah, forget this one. Group 4, which is the only group 7. So The same, it's also 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for the group 4. Okay, and your room will be at S223. One more thing that I need to clarify, okay, with this room, this one is not yet sure, okay? So I'm not really sure if this is the one that is in front of S218, but yeah, I'll just check this one out later on, and then I will see, and then maybe I'll just move you to another classroom, or whatever is the classroom in front of this S218. Okay, so I just put here the S223 because just for compliance, because we need to submit this one to Sir Jonathan in order for him to validate who are the students who can enter on UC or at UC at that specific time. Now, if your class is, for example, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., but you are already at school at at exactly, let's see, 7:30 a.m., you won't be able to enter to UC since it's not yet your class. So you have to wait for your class, your specific time to enter before you can enter the UC. Okay, so in front of or in the gate itself, let's say gate 1, once you tap your ID, you won't be able to, or it will say there, I think no class. I'm not sure if what is the message that will pop, but uh you won't be you won't be able to enter at UC since it's not yet your class. Okay, so I hope this one is clear. So whatever is your class hour, let's see, 7:30 to 9:30 a.m., just attend 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Okay, if it's 9:30 to 11:30 a.m., just attend 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Okay, other than that, you're not allowed to enter TUC. Okay, so bawal tumambay, bawal gumala. So may mga specific na rooms lang na pwede kong puntahan. So canteen, I think inaayos pa nila, pwede naman sa canteen. Sa classroom lang na binigay, which is, let's say, 7 to S218 and then S223. Other than that, you're not allowed to enter the other classroom. Okay? So, yeah. Medyo mahigpit pa muna sa pag ikot-ikot. So if your room is S218, just go to S218 right away. That is one thing that I wasn't able to verify if you can enter at using 30 minutes, 30 minutes before your class. I think so. So it's like maybe 10 minutes before your class, since we have this so-called waiting room, okay, wherein you're going to wait maybe 10 minutes before your class. So pwede naman siguro, but with that, I have to verify that one first, okay? Because we have this waiting room, but as much as possible, enter at UC only at your specific class schedule. Okay?
Sir?
So,
Sir?
7:30 p.m., 7:30 na lang.
Sir?
Yes.
Saan po yung specific gate natin, sir?
What I've heard is group 5, gate 5 is the entrance, and then gate 6 is the exit point for the engineering building. Okay?
Oh, okay, sir.
But don't
Sige po.
worry, hindi ko pa kasi masyadong natatanong regarding with the entrance. Anyway, 2 weeks pa naman from now, since our meeting will be on March 12, so we still have 1 meeting left. Okay, so we're still finalizing everything, since marami pang ibang hindi na-finalize. Anyway, ito muna yung kailangan yung alalahanin. Anyway, kapag hindi naman pwedeng pumasok sa gate na yun, hindi kayo papapasukin. Then, i-reroute na lang kayo, or palilipatin na lang kayo sa specific gate. Pero I think entrance is gate 5, and then exit point is gate 6. Okay, and then one more thing, once you are already in UC, for example, 8 a.m. Your class is 7:30 a.m. and then you're ready to use at exactly 8 a.m. So, for example, may nakalimutan ka or natatay ka, for example, lang lalabas ka ng UC, you won't be able to enter to UC again anymore. So it's only, a one-time entrance and then one-time exit. So, hindi na pwedeng bumalik kapag lumabas na ng UC. Alright? So, I hope we're clear with that one. It's okay. When it comes to late, so magiging maluwag pa rin naman ako since, parang nasa trial pa lang naman tayo, and then, just do take note that we're not going to have a discussion on our limited face-to-face class since the discussion are already made. Okay, it's already in here for our for our video. What you're going to do at UC is you're going to finalize your project. So pwede kayong pwede kayong mag-design. You can bring your own laptop. You can design your project with the use of EagleCAD. And then to those who are already done with the design, then you can now start buying a PCB since natuloy nga yung limited face-to-face natin, and then still have 1 month. And I think it's possible for you guys to finish it once you're done with the design. I think it's now I think it's easy now to do the PCB layout, on actual the etching itself. Okay, ang mahirap talaga dyan is yung pag-route mismo ng mga wires dun sa EagleCAD. That's the most difficult part. Okay, sa pag hihinang, I think kayang-kaya, it's manageable. Okay, ang kailangan nyo lang naman yung PCB mismo, of course. Okay, and then driller. Okay, so mag-contribute na lang kayo. I think there are some drillers where it's worth 700 to 1,000 peso. So kung 5 kayo, then contribute na lang kay 200 pesos each. And then for the components, mura lang naman siguro yung iba, like resistor is just 5 pesos, 10 pesos. Okay, and then depending on what sensor you're going to use on that PCB design or that proposed project of yours. So yeah, this contribute with that project that you're going to create and finish that one at UC. Okay, so pwede nyo rin gawin sa bahay nyo kasi yung iba naman talaga inuuwi and then ginagawa sa bahay kasi hindi naman sapat yung 2 hours lang especially that we will only meet twice, in this 1 month, in this March to April. Okay, why? Because we're going to have a 10 days quarantine. Okay, so March 12, we will meet. So we have to wait 10 days, okay, or more before we can meet again. So that is why our next meeting is March 26, not March 19, because we have to quarantine for 10 days. And then we have to monitor ourselves if may nagkasakit ba, if someone is sick, if someone has a flu, magkaroon ng trangkaso, yung mga ganun. So you have to report that one right away. Wherein, sir, I cannot attend our limited face-to-face class since I have symptoms of COVID. So what we're trying to avoiding here is, to avoid the shutdown of a limited face-to-face class in UC. Because once there is one infected, so say proven na infected yung student during the class hours and then nagkaroon ng contact, of course, right away, masha-shutdown yung limited face-to-face class natin. And then not just in engineering, but the entire UC. So madadamay pati yung nursing. So dapat mag-ingat or mag-triple, quadruplets. PB lang. So mag-double, triple, ingat tayo pagdating sa mga sintomas. So for example, your instructor, may sipon ako. Okay, so sasabihin ko agad na may sipon ako. So para hindi na tayo mag-meet on that specific day. Okay, we'll just spend again a online distance learning via Canvas. So, ganun din sa inyo, just report right away. Okay. Anyway, so are we clear with this one so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then one last thing, this is just a consent, okay, from your parents, okay, or your guardian. So whoever is your guardian or your kung sino man yung nakakasama mong matanda. Okay. So I want you guys to let your parent or guardian read this one. So academic years 2021, 2022, second term, and then the name of your guardian, and then your name, okay, is being allowed to attend to limited face-to-face, blah, 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 blah. And then similarly, your name, hereby voluntarily expressly waive any or all actions, blah, 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 blah. And for now, just leave the rest blank. Okay, so just you can actually print this one already and then just write the name of your guardian via handwritten, and then you will give this one once the limited face-to-face classes start. Okay, so this is a proof that they allowed you to attend the limited face-to-face class, right? And then the rest, let's or just message me if you don't know the name of the program chair, the academic dean, okay, and the other information that you guys need to fill out on this one, okay, if ever you don't know what information or data you're going to put in here, okay. But yeah, as early as of now, just print this one and then just let your guardian read this one, and then you should ask the permission if they're going to allow you or not. Okay. So are we clear with this one?
Yes, sir.
This waiver can be found right here. So just download this one and then just print this one later on. Ano pa ba? What else? So of course, the number one requirement is you must be fully vaccinated. Okay, so just print a e-certificate, just a proof that saying that you are already fully vaccinated. Okay, so I guess alam nyo na yon since yun naman talaga yung number one requirement. So yeah, that's all that I need to say. I guess we don't have enough time anymore. So goodbye already. And then, yeah, if ever that you have a question, so just message me later on. Okay. So yun lang naman. And then let's just meet again for